Now that we have our series array returned from the API call, it's time for us to create the series list component, which will render the TV series. So under the components folder, create a series list folder. Inside that folder, let's add the index.js file, import React from React. For now, let's just create a functional component which will return just a div. Inside that div, let's type in series list component. Let's export defaulted, and that way we can import it inside our series container. Okay, now that we have that, let's render it under the message of our series story length, and I'll add in the list property to the component. We'll get this list property inside our props. So I'll just pass in this state series here, save index.js. Go back to the page, see if everything is rendering accordingly, and it is. So let's go back to the series list component, and we can delete this message. Let's add an unordered list. Inside that list, now that we have our list property, let's type in props list, and we'll use a map function. Inside that function, let's get the series, and let's return a list item. And inside that list item, what we want to do is show the name of our series. So save that, go back to your page, and we're getting every single show name from our series. Alright, good. So we want, of course, to look a little bit better. We don't want these dots around flowing out here. So what we can do is add class name, and let's type in series list. Inside the series list folder, we can create a index.css file, and let's type in series list, and list style type none. Now that we have that, we of course also need to import it here. So import index.css, save that, and we're not seeing the dots floating around on the left side. Also, I don't like the padding on the left, so I'll just remove that as well. Now this looks centered. Awesome. One thing that's left to talk about is we're actually getting this warning from React. So it says that each child in array or iterator should have a unique key prop. So what we need to do is, on our list item, we need to add a property with the name of key, and let's type in series show ID, just to make it a little bit cleaner. Okay, save that, open up the console, and we're not seeing the warning anymore. So what we did is we add a key to our list item. So keys help React identify which items have changed or have been added or removed. So the best way to pick a key is to use a string that uniquely identifies a list item among its siblings. Most often you will have an ID for that to use your data as key, but when you don't have a stable ID for your rendered items, you may want to use an index as a key just as a last resort. Just know that it's not recommended, and you should always try to use an ID that's unique for your list item.